of chaos, no grip, no feel. Beat shouting order, Sam still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire is all it is. Broadcast the circus, keep singing hits. All we need get Star Wars in place. Nobody knows who's steering this race.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to BSTV. And welcome to Montreal. And we are in Canada, obviously, for this fifth week of the V8ESC season. And we're in season 19. I'm Princess Pete Bingham, and I'm sitting with all my friends. I am in the booth alone tonight, and it's not the only aspect of this evening's broadcast that's going to be a little light on humans. We've got 12 races in. So it's going to be an intimate affair this evening, but we have proven many times that sometimes the smaller grids produce the best racing. So no issues really. The only issue you've got is you've got to put up with me all night. There was an element of rain forecast for this session, but it appears to be blue skies and clouds. So not sure what's going on with that. I've often found this is the case, although with the TCRs on Wednesday just gone, if you were watching that, you'll know that they basically were driving through a river, and this is the opposite with about the same percentage of rain, if I'm being honest. So 76% humidity, 30-degree track temperature. That's about average for an iRacing race. Quite windy though, 21 kilometers an hour. We'll figure out which way the wind is blowing once we get into the session, which we'll have a look at who's doing what right now. So we've just gone into qualifying. As you can see, everybody's piling out of the pits. We do have a new sign-up. His name is Harry, but he's not in the session tonight. Maybe he'll join us for next season, or maybe even for the last race, because don't forget, this is the penultimate race week. You've got two races to look forward to this evening, folks. You've got a 20-minute race and a 40-minute race. And we won't be expecting a pit stop in the first race, but it's kind of mandatory unless you're going to be running on a solar panel attached to your car for the second. So let's move swiftly on to where everybody is in the standings. While these guys get their sighting lap out of the way for this qualifying session, Let's have a look at pro standings, wherever that is. I can't even find it on here at the moment. This one? Yeah, this is it. So pro standings, Brandon Hawkin is out in front, but not by enough to make him comfortable over Kenzie Newhoff, your current reigning champion of this series, who is 42 points behind him, and then Eric Blixt, who is 64 points behind him. So the top three very closely, very close on points. There's a bit of a drop down to Simon Trendle. He's not out of it yet, and then I think it gets a bit more, a little bit more remote for Bob Woodhouse, and then significantly more for Michael Halfliderson and Stephen Phillips. So probably going to end up reviewing what we do with Pro. I'd rather it be a much more concentrated amount of drivers, and then make BSTV Cup a bit more interesting for the next season of V8. And that's what this looks like. Oh, that's not in order. Just give me a second, folks. It's going to be this, is it? And then this, and then do a bit of this. Yeah. Okay, that's back in order, right? Okay, I don't know why it wasn't in order, but Vitz Solomon is our current leader over Jamie Wilson. But again, similarly to the other class, the pro class, Jamie Wilson and Daniel Solo are 91 points and 92 points behind Vit, respectively. That's not comfortable for Vit yet. He's going to have to do some serious work this evening. And both Jamie and Daniel are in. So all the key players are here. Vincent Skilbeck is in fourth. He's also here. A little bit more adrift, 166 points, not out of the window, and then it gets a bit more of a struggle, but it's great to see Jeff Saunders, usually our safest driver, up here in the upper echelons of this particular standing. He's reasonably new to the V8, but, you know, still piling out those fantastic results. But he is not here. This is a summer league, so a summer season rather, and therefore can sometimes be a little bit light on people at times. So Alcantech and HR by Nyman Racing are your series leaders for the team championship, and they've got a nice healthy lead over the two-man team of Jamie Wilson and Simon Trendle, Team Chimera. And then Never Quit Racing are somewhat adrift now, 602 points behind the lead. And that's Ant, Bob and Tony. Tony having some good races recently, and Jeff Saunders has just joined the session. Very late to the session, but he's just joined it anyway, and we're grateful for that, absolutely. And then the one-man team of Movano Corso, that's Brandon Hawkin on his own. He is quite a one-man package, to be honest. I didn't mention his package, I said he was a one-man package. And he's 900 points behind, but when you consider he's just one racer on his own, he's doing spectacularly well. Driver of the meeting is currently led by Daniel Solo and Eric Blix, both in the Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing stable, and great to see that, to be honest. They are a very strong team. They've got a lot of talent with them. And then you've got Giorgio Perez Sesma, who is for Iberian V8 Racing Team there in third place on the same points as Kenzie, current reigning series champion, and Tony Clouston there, who is, I think he's been here from maybe before the V8s were a V8 thing, I'm not sure, I can't remember, but it's 12 years at least, because we started this series in 2014. I'm going to do something at some point this year to celebrate the length of time we've been going with this series, because it is phenomenal. And you know, TCR are 7 years old this year as well, I think. So it's worth shouting out. The Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award is very much in the hands of Stephen Phillips there. And there you go. You see Jeff Saunders again in the upper echelons of the Safe Driver fraternity. Trip Lawrence there in third. He's not in tonight's race, but still, he's got half the amount of turns rather underneath him, and not that many more incidents. So doing well. And then Eric Blix there. Not only is he super fast, he is also super safe. Let's have a look at the Fred Bingham Forward Award, and that is currently Kenzie Newhoff and Jamie Wilson. They're both in the upper standings of their respective classes. and 20 overtakes and 15 overtakes for them respectively is very, very healthy. So lots to see in terms of movement in these leagues. Nothing is safe yet, and as we saw in Wednesday's TCR race, it can be... Oh, there was damp on the inside of that turn. I don't know whether you spotted that. So it's been raining, sorry. Good grief. Can't speak. So let's just go and have a look and see what the weather's going to do, if anything. Well, not according to that, but there was a damp patch on the inside of that corner. So we'll keep an eye on the wet stuff. So all the racers will be able to see the same things that I'm looking at. So there's no surprises there. If you are watching, then please don't forget to contribute on the chat and shout out your favourite racers. Lots of people on outlaps at the minute as Vit Solomon fits himself in there right in the middle of the pro camp, even though he is a cup driver. Jeff Saunders, I doubt, is going to join qualifying because he very rarely does. He starts at the back and plays the safety game, and it pays off a lot. And you often find he ends up right at the top end of the standings. So let me go through what's going to go on this evening, folks. We're going to have a 20-minute race. What's he got in his car this week? Is it the same band? That looks like the same group as last week. And I did like... Yeah, it's definitely the same stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed some of that music, actually, that Vit promoted last week. It was the... Fairy... I've got it here somewhere. Hang on, bear with me. It was... Yusei Teikoku. I hope I'm saying that in some way correctly. And they've got a great track called Astral Dogma, which I listened to a couple of times actually. So always good for Vit to share these things with us all. Otherwise, you know, where does the community go? So yeah, very healthy field generally, even if this holiday season is usually light anyway. Although TCRs are showing an absolute robustness that I've not seen for years. In terms of keeping a grid nice and full. Michael Halflidison here, currently a provisional poleman, and we're going to go on board with him. It's as if I planned it, unless he's parking it. He is parking it, of course he is. Why would he not do? I'm going to go on board with Eric then. Let's go and have a drive with Eric. Is he on Casino Straight? Not yet. He's going into the final hairpin, and then we... Oh no, he's not. No, he's miles away from that. He's another whole 2 or 3 turns away as he makes his way around here. This next left-hander will bring us... Oh, he's quite early on the lap actually. I got a bit foxed by where he was, to be honest. So he's at like turn, I think it's like 7 or something. There's another chicane coming up towards us, and then I'll talk us through when we get to the hairpin at the end, towards the end of the lap. Because this next turn that we're approaching now is quite critical. How you launch out of this, or even into this. So this is a massive overtaking opportunity because it's such a heavy braking zone and it's a very, very sharp hairpin. So you don't want to tuck it in too tight really because it scrubs too much speed. You'll see though, you didn't really hit the curb on the inside, and then you find yourself out down here, down Casino Straight, towards what is... well, that is turn 12, that little kink we've just been through. So it makes this next section turns 13 and 14, which is the chicane at Champions Wall, or Wall of Champions rather, which is that red and white stripey ahead of you there. The amount of cars that we may see tonight piling into that might be significant. I don't know whether he's picked up a 1X there from going on that little tiny bit of grass. But over the stripe we go and into the first complex of turns. So he hangs it into this one on the left, and then you've got a long, forever right-hander here. It seems to last forever. Not in these cars, though, so much. That was the Senna curve, I think it's called. And then into this open chicane here. It's quite lively, though. The camber is not with you all the way through those turns. Then you got this little shimmy through this section, and a run in here that feels mighty when your tyres are with you going through that last section. This is always feeling painful as you hit the apexes in third gear through that chicane. Then you fire it around this like It's not a straight, but it might as well be. It's got a bit of a curve in it. It's a good drafting zone. You might get the odd overtake here. And then take this one shallow, because you can straighten the car up quite easily. Bit of correction there from Eric. And then fire it out of here. We're kind of where we started now. And then into this last hairpin. Take a big wide entry, and let's see if he keeps it as wide as he did the last time. Early apex, keep it wide, and then let the momentum take you around the corner, really. Clip that inside left curb there, and then fire it down Casino straight. And that is a lap here at Montreal. A beautiful track, honestly, and ridiculously technical, in a similar way to somewhere like Imola. It just doesn't have the elevation change that Imola does. But otherwise, it's a mighty track for you to go and race on. Lines, approaches to go. You can see the damp in some of the corners. It's been raining, so I don't know whether that's going to make a difference to them keeping out of that damp patch on the inside of the turns there. I don't know whether there's any standing water. I didn't see any when we were on board with Eric, but there could be out there somewhere. Right, let's have a look and see who else. Oh, Michael Havledison has just taken the provisional pole from Brandon Hawkin. Just there. Brandon, well, he's not going to respond to it on this lap, because he is not up on his times. That was a good camera. I have to remember that for in the race. And he comes down towards this final hairpin. He's done a fastest of anyone, sector 2 now, and he's parked it because it wasn't good enough, which I can appreciate. He was faster than Michael in sector 1 and 2, but not by much. I'm really not sure why he abandoned that lap, because he's now going to have to go again, and there's only 2 minutes left, so I don't think he's got the time to put in a full racing lap, given that a lap is 1 minute 37. So this may be the top 2 for you, unless someone like Kenzie here can do something spectacular. Now, he's on his way down to the big hairpin, or the tight hairpin himself. He has not lit up the timing towers yet. His first sector is 4/10 faster than Michael Harley-Davidson, as Eric goes slightly faster than Kenzie. His second sector is again faster than Michael Harley-Davidson. So now all he's got to do is stitch this final sector together here. That's somebody getting out of his way as he hurls himself towards this final chicane. That's lovely through there. That looks fast. That could be a pole time, because that does look fast. He's gone the direct route to that line. What's it managed to achieve? He's not picked up any time, so he's not gone up the standings at all. Why is that? He must have picked an... Oh, right. Oh, right, okay. That's odd. So that was a 138.8. Strange. No, 138.49. Right, so he was slower by a significant amount, technically. So we've still got a few drivers on track. What can Giorgio Perez-Sesma do? He's right up there in the... Oh, Tony Klusterman, nice lap. Very nice lap as he parks it up there. Right, what can Giorgio do about Tony Klusterman's time? He's going to get the opportunity... No, he's not going to get the opportunity to finish this lap, because unless he's got a DeLorean, he's not going to get over the line. We're in a heat race, folks, so it's going to boot him out immediately. And there you go. You don't get to finish your laps in iRacing in a heat race. Good evening to Tyler. Good that you can tune in, Tyler. That's excellent. Not able to race the season. And good evening to Sir Alan. He says technical as anything, but also fab. It is a great race track. Right, we are going to grid now. Oh, we should be soon. There we go. I'm waiting for somebody to join the grid so that I can pop a camera on them, extend gridding for 2 minutes, and run you through this grid, folks. So, Michael Harley-Davidson will lead us away. Falcon Tech NHR by Nyman Racing. Movano Courses, Brandon Hawkin will lead us away on his home circuit. Eric Blix will go off in third. Kenzie will go off in fourth, with Simon Trendle in fifth. Sixth will be Tony Klusterman on his home circuit. Vit Solomon will go off in seventh. That's good qualifying from Vit. Bob Woodhouse will go off in eighth for Never Quit Racing. Sorry, that's behind his teammate Tony. And then Gregorio Perez Sesma will go off ninth. Daniel Solo will go off 10th. For Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. Vincent Skilbeck for Skilby Racing will go off 11th. Jamie Wilson will go off 12th. And I expect if I click this button somewhere, we'll see Jeff Saunders for JC Academy taking up that 13th position, which is good to see him and all the rest of them racing on this summer night. By the way, if my broadcast does end spectacularly quickly at any point, it's because we've got a lot of storms in the UK, and there's one floating around where I live right now. So if there is an interruption to your viewing pleasure, then it will be for that reason. So, as these guys grid, there's quite a lot on the table for a lot of these guys this evening. Michael Halfledison, Brandon Hawkin, Eric Blix, Kenzie, they are all at the top, and Simon, all at the top of that pro standing. And then in the BSTV Cup, Giorgio Perez Sesma, Daniel Solo, there's a whole pile of them, Jamie Wilson, all ready to leap towards the front of this grid and get themselves as many points as they can. Well, most of my cameras look at the back of these cars, which, alright, these cars are pretty spectacular. So. Please don't get blown up, Pete, says Sal, and I'm doing my best, mate. Right, revs are going up, lights are coming on. When the lights go out, we will be racing at Montreal, and we're off. Right, everybody looks like they got away clean. No jump starts. As we go piling through the first few turns, bit of a shuffle here in the midfield as we go 2 by 2 for about 3 rows, sorry. Got a bit excited then. I don't think we've got 5 rows in the whole lot, but everybody's sorting themselves out nicely. Still a bit of a shuffle going on here around Vincent, as Jamie now tries to overtake him, but I think Vincent's got that sorted, has he? Jamie's still on his inside. Yeah, he sailed it around the front of Jamie there. Right, everybody in line as we start making our way round this everlasting bendy straight thing into an open chicane. I like this camera. Thanks to Jamie Wilson for all the cameras that we show on all of our broadcasts. Jeff Saunders didn't join the grid, which what's that about? Meow. Daniel Solo. Where's Vincent? Oh, Vincent appears to have found some issues. Let's just see what happened to him quickly. So he's closing in on someone. Is he going to switch back end with front end or hit the wall? Oh, he's just sailed it round and dunk. Not the biggest of hits, but he'll wish I've not replayed that one. Right. At the front. Oh no, we need to go and look at what's happening with Tony, as Vit and Tony get racing with one another. This is for the lead of BSTV Cup. Nice, very nice racing from the pair of them. Tony got a massive wriggle on, and then Vit did at the same time. I don't know whether he panicked by seeing what Tony was doing out of his mirrors, but Giorgio Perez Sesma, like a rat up a drain pipe, takes massive opportunities there and gets through. Vincent has gone to repair his car, lights up those rears. We'll say that's to get some heat in them as he comes back out. And yeah, good to see you on the chat there, Chesney. Gave you a meow a minute ago. Jamie now looking towards taking a position from Tony, and this is valuable points for Jamie Wilson. The championship, his championship rather, needs those points as much as possible. Not able to do anything just yet. We'll just have a look at the leaders. So Michael Harley Davidson leads this rabble. with Brandon Hawkin in second currently, Eric Blixt in third. These are the top 3 in the championship as well. Well, with Kenzie, of course, top 4 in the championship. And all together on track at the minute with Simon Trendle. He's staying with them, which is excellent. And there's some water there that I saw Simon kicked up, so it's not going to wait. As something went wrong for Vit, he's got a slowdown. He's gone straight across the corner, as has Jamie Wilson. But I don't know whether Jamie ended up doing that as a reaction to Vit doing it, to try and get out of the way. And Jamie's gone mega wide to try and burn it off and done a brilliant job of that, actually. He now needs to... and Vit's not got rid of his yet. Oh no, it's Jamie that's not got rid of his. Wow. Even after going that far wide. Unbelievable. Keep an eye on that. I am alone. Wobbly absolutely ditched me. He's got family commitments this evening. Family commitments. Okay. Let's see what's going on. So same as we were at the front. The top 3 separated by 4/10 each, and then a little bit of a gap back to Kenzie. Now Kenzie's going to want to make sure he doesn't let them get too far away. I'm going to assume a gap building between him and Simon Trendle, but Bob Woodhouse is very much with Simon Trendle, and even more so now that Simon has gone really quite wide, but he's going to get wonderful drive down Casino for his troubles there. Then there's a 3.4 second gap back to Giorgio Pedosesma, with Tony Klusterman in close company. He's recovered that nicely, Tony, because he was losing places quite quickly at one point, and then a series of slowdowns got them. Let's have a look at what happened to Vit and Jamie. We're going to have a look at it here. So this should be them going down Casino straight here, and then into the braking zone, and wow, that was a bit strange. Carrying too much speed maybe, I'm not sure. It was a very strange behaviour for the car, and he lost a whole bag full of positions, obviously, because it's very early in the race and everybody's very close to you. So a couple of drivers having some issues. Jamie, Vit. So Jamie's reaction and his pickup of the slowdown wasn't anything to do with Vit, really. Where's my broadcast gone? There it is, right. So yeah, Vit and Vincent having a little bit of a struggle. And who's that picking up a slowdown? Daniel Solo. He's picked that up in the second open chicane, so he's probably gone across the curb too soon. He's another one going super wide round there to try and burn that off, and he's not got rid of it, so he's going to have to find a new place to get rid of the rest of it. And Vit is right there, so oh, he's got rid of it now, but Vit is closing on him quite quickly. Not quick enough to get there before the end of Casino though. So let's see what happens here. Curb is quite violent, and he's gained on Daniel Solo a lot, and he's continuing to pull him in. Can he get alongside? And late on the brakes. Nearly past him. But it's going to have to go mega wide. Daniel Solo threw that water on the inside of the turn. Both on the gas about the same time. Ooh, oh no. Oh dear. You could tell that Vit had got the same no car because he was immediately on the brakes there. Right then, at the front, these three are together. I think that is Vincent ahead of them. No, it's not. Who is that ahead of them? Oh no, that's Michael Harley-Davidson. Ah, right. So, Michael's pulled himself a little bit of a gap. Brandon is now in close company with Eric and Kenzie. Ooh, and Kenzie has realised he's not got time to waste, so he's through on Eric. Now we're back in reasonable running order, as in there's gaps between these guys. But Solomon is now catching Daniel Solo again, or he was till that point, and now well, he's gonna catch him now because Daniel Solo's picked up another slowdown. Slowdown central here at Montreal today. So he's going to burn this off around the outside of this next turn and let Vic go. It must be a monster slowdown. He's taken that so wide. And he's back running again. Eric is now piling pressure onto Kenzie. Let's just jump on board, or jump on the bonnet, sorry, the roof of Eric, and see what how he reacts to this. Onto the bridge, and then take as much curb as you can. The rubber things, if you hit them in right and you hit them with your wheel right on the top, they disturb the car a lot less than if you get the side of the wheel on them. It disturbs the car's trajectory and pushes you back into the turn, and that's kind of what happened to Vincent earlier in the race. You've got to be very precise with how you strike those sausages. Eric drifting a bit back from Kenzie, and Kenzie now will have a huge amount of overspeed here, but not enough at the end of the straight. Alan says I was picking up 3.6 slowdown, a nightmare. It's brutal, isn't it? And the windscreen wipers going for Eric as puddle water is splashed into his windscreen. And again there's a puddle on the inside there, and well, there's a few there actually. You want to avoid them. They will grab the car, grab the front wheel. Not much going on behind us, so we're going to stay. Well, I want to say that there's gaps behind us, so we're going to stay with this battle because it looks furious at the moment. Great to be in it. Let's see what you can see from inside the car. They're so equally balanced, these guys. .6 seconds for a slowdown is ridiculous. There's no way you've gained that benefit. I mean, I know it's got to be a punishment, otherwise people will carry on doing it, but that's a bit stupid. And Michael Harley-Davidson is beginning to stretch his legs here. He's got himself just over a second over Brandon Hawken, as these three kind of play chess with one another. Simon Trendle is now behind Bob Woodhouse, which I need to go and look at because I want to know how Simon's ended up back there. I'm going to guess a slowdown. He's absolutely shadowing Bob. I mean, it looks like he's got some sort of metal pole separating him because they were equidistant the whole way around there. Right, let's have a look at what happened when Bob overtook Simon. If I can even click the buttons properly. I think we're going to get a bit of a drama at the end of this race. I think everybody's holding station until the last minute, and oh, right, okay. That explains an awful lot. So that car is probably not behaving very well now as a result of hitting the wall of champions. At least he knows he's a champion now, as if he didn't before. These three bolted together still, folks. Sorry, I forgot to put you up a track map and a battle box. And Kenzie starting to get racy again. So I think there's going to be a bit of a drama at the end of this. They've got 7 minutes to go. With these four being so close together, and we know what these four are like as well, they all want to be top step. It's the most points that they can take, obviously. And they're all of champion material. So, Vic Solomon has just overtaken Daniel Solo, and Daniel Solo's running slow. So, how did that happen? That happened very, very quickly. Oh no, we saw this, didn't we? It was this slowdown. It's me being stupid. Sorry, folks. We'll go back to normal service of me being stupider. Oh, here we go. Right, Kenzie is having a good look. Very good look. But not enough. Don't know whether there was a touch there or not. They're staying away from those puddles, which is the right thing to do. Kenzie with a massive amount of wheel spin. And loads of people picking up slowdowns. Simon Trundle's got one, and Vincent Skilbeck. Vincent Skilbeck trying to catch up with the rear of the field. He's got a bit of a lonely drive after his incident at the third chicane. Sorry, second chicane. Third chicane is the final chicane. A little bit of a twitch from Eric's car that we're on board with here. And he closes right up. He seems to take the curbs a lot better than the cars in front. That might be a setup thing, or it might just be he gets the wheel absolutely where it needs to be. Michael isn't pulling out a bigger gap over Brandon. It's staying at 1.9. Oh, it's just gone over 2 seconds. Tony, Giorgio and Vit are getting closer together all the time. Maybe they're going for a final hurrah at the end of this one. See, every lap, at any point, someone can pile into the wall, just like Simon Trundle did, you know? It's that kind of racetrack. So Tony, ooh, that was rough going over those curves, Tony. Oh, it's Simon that Giorgio is catching. So Simon's clearly got straight line speed problems as Daniel Solo picks up another slowdown. I wonder if Simon's got steering issues. That was a big hit, a big side slap that he got from hitting that wall. Steering looks straight. Doesn't mean he's got the speed and the aero that he needs to have though, does it? And the handling might be kind of washy, as in you turn the wheel and nothing happens, a bit understeery as a result of smacking the wall. Right, let's go back to here as Kenzie looked like he was going to try something then and hasn't done. Right, is something going to happen here because we're closing into the end of this race now, so maybe 3 laps to go, something like that. A little nudge there, put Kenzie off his stride from Eric. Vincent Skilbeck's gone extracurricular somewhere, but he's come straight back on the track. The sound of these cars is just immense. I really, really love it. Look at the speed carried through there, that's amazing. Avoid that puddle on the right hand side that Simon hit. And then cut as much curbs here as you can, or like, I suppose, but your puddles are going to get in your way. I think there's definitely going to be some drama with these 3 in the next 2 laps. I just can't see them being happy to stay where they are. Everybody's a bit spaced out behind. You can see it in your timing towers. Giorgio Perez-Sesma was closing on Simon Trundle, but Simon seems to have adjusted to whatever conditions there were in that Camaro. Bob Woodhouse just about ahead of Simon at the moment. 1.3 seconds lead, but he's got a whopping 7.5 seconds nearly to the 3 cars that we've been watching periodically. And Brandon now deciding he needs to go defensive on Kenzie. Right, so Kenzie pushing him around the corner, giving him a little helping hand. You know, you've got to help these people at 8.6k, don't you? Not. So off they go down Casino Straight now. We're going to cross the line, I think, with just over 2 minutes to go. So 2 laps remaining. I don't think we're going to pick up a white flag. Not on this lap anyway. It'll be the next lap when Barney will be giving himself some sort of wrist strain. Kenzie making his intentions known to Brandon. I'm coming for you. Tony Klusterman with a slowdown. Now that might... Oh, no, maybe not. I thought Vit was nearer than he actually is. Although he will be. And if Tony keeps hitting puddles like that, he'll be even closer still. It's dangerous territory getting into puddles. As Eric now gets alongside Kenzie. Now, this could be drama into this next turn, into the exit of this turn. Because if Eric cuts across the back of him, which he should do, and he's not done, he couldn't get the drive. That might have spoiled the party for the next lap for Kenzie. But it might still be good for Eric. Right. So Giorgio Perez-Sesma is your top BSTV Cup driver. Tony Klusterman in second, some way back. And Vit Solomon, ever so slightly catching him, but it's not going to be enough. Michael Hafliderson is leading the race overall, and therefore clearly the pro standings. And then these three having a good scrap. Oh, right, so Jeff Saunders has joined, but he's in the pits. Right, let's have a look and see what's going on here. We're going to pick up the white flag now, for sure. Although you can't see anybody waving flags on this track. Right, so this is where it's all going to come. Oh, and Kenzie's caught Brandon now. So yes, this is going to get tasty very, very quickly. Oh, really? So Brandon has just done the worst thing he could have done on this lap. He's picked up a slowdown on that entry into the little sequence at the end of pit lane exit. So he is going to become a victim here somewhere, unless he can manage to shed this without losing a position to Kenzie. As Kenzie pushes him round, that'll reduce his chances of actually getting rid of this slowdown. He's having to come offline, so he's had to sacrifice 2 positions to get rid of that slowdown. And it was a monster, and Alan, you were absolutely right. That was an enormous slowdown. And Simon Trundle now has got Bob Woodhouse very much in sight. So this is where the drama is going to be in the last couple of turns. Not able to do anything here. Takes a wide swing in. Oh, right, okay. And that was Bob Woodhouse. Well, he kind of parked it on the apex. And who's that in the background? Is that Giorgio? Yeah, Giorgio getting a whole bag full of oversteer. As Michael Hafliderson comes over the line, brings home the points here at Montreal in the first of this evening's races. Well done to him. And Kenzie got over the line just ahead of Eric. And Brandon Hawkin, he'll be punching himself in the knee. Excuse me. Simon Trundle could not do anything about Bob in the end. So, fascinating race. And as I said when we were coming into this, you don't need massive grids, folks. You just need this calibre of racer. Vincent Skillback over the line. Gets there in the end. Still getting a good amount of points when you think about it. And we reversed the top 8 in the second of tonight's races, which will put Tony Klusterman on pole and Gregorio Perez-Sesma on the front row next to him. So that's going to make life interesting for the likes of Vit and Daniel Solo and Jamie, who are up there for the championship, and gives Vincent a chance to make his way through the field, potentially, with the amount of slowdowns that we're observing over the course of this evening already. Right, let me bring the finishing order for that race to you. So Michael Havliderson for Alcantech NHR by Namen Racing is your race winner here for the first of tonight's races in week 5 at Montreal. Kenzie Newhoff second for Hydro Race Racing Forces, and Eric Blix third for Alcantech NHR by Namen Racing. That team picking up some really good points. Brandon Hawkin had to settle for 4th in the end after, well, kind of mugging himself, if you take my term. Bob Woodhouse finished in 5th place for Never Quit Racing. Simon Trundle in 6th, not quite able to do anything with Bob for Team Chimera there. And then the first of the BSTV Cup cars is Gregorio Perez Sesma, 2nd in class and 8th on track. Tony Kloosterman for Never Quit Racing. That's a successful night's work for Tony. Vit Solomon finished 3rd in class, 9th on track. And then, yeah, that's right. I thought I'd not said it then. And then Daniel Solo, 10th overall for Alcantech NHL by Nyman Racing, with Jamie Wilson 11th for Team Chimera, Vincent Skilbeck 12th for Skilby Racing, and Jeff Saunders, JC Academy, came in 13th, but he didn't. I don't know whether he did a lap. I don't think he did. So we'll have a look at some out on track here for the intermediate piece. So we're in a 10-minute warm-up session. And you often find racers deciding to use this as an effort to practice pit stops. Because, well, this particular pit lane entry is a little bit more challenging than some. So, well, we may see Gregorio bail into the pits here and just test his resilience. So at the end of this straight, it causes some element of chaos because everybody else is at full chat trying to do the chicane, and then you're trying to get into pit lane here. That looks like he's going to take the chicane as opposed to take the pits, yeah. So pit lane entry is going straight on basically at that chicane, and then scrubbing all your speed off and doing a chicane of your own to try and get into pit lane. And it's quite a long pit lane as well, so it's going to be, well, it might be a case of fuel save so that you are stationary the least amount of time as possible. Obviously, that goes without saying, but maybe more important still by the nature of the pit lane. And then the pit lane exit's horrible because you're coming out on the outside of the racing line. You've got to give way effectively to everybody coming through on you at that point, if there is anybody, and it becomes a bit of a drama, to be honest. Gregorio doing a brilliant job at the moment of showing us how to race this track. I mean, he was top of his class in that last race, and deservedly so as well. I'm surprised nobody's mopped him up into one of the teams, to be honest. I mean, he is part of Iberia V8s. So, well, lots and lots of wheel spin coming out of that chicane. It's such a dynamic car to race this as 3 more cars exit pit lane and join the track. Let's see what Gregorio does here. Fires it out of the corner. Brandon Hawkin on track. We should see Daniel Solo and Jeff Saunders, although they may be just practicing starts, because starts are awful in these cars, really. You've not got any you've not got any assistance with this car. No ABS. He's taking the chicane again. Let's see what Brandon does for us. You've not got any ABS. You've not got any traction control. You've got a locked rear differential that fights against you as you're wanting to get on the gas. The chassis is busy bending and trying not to snap itself. These are absolute monsters of power, and as Brandon's got that wrong. He's trying to see how much speed he can carry off gas through all these chicanes, which is interesting. Daniel Solo was doing something in pit lane and he's stopped. I don't know whether Jeff's got some issues, because he was trying to get going in the last race and didn't. And Gregorio is still out on track trying to perfect his lines. Carrying speed through corners in this car is a massive challenge. So the back wants to overtake the front if you go too far into what Gregorio just did there. So you've got to get out of the gas. Now, this version of the car, the Gen 3, is easier to recover from the start of that. So you can pull the car straight. You never could in the Gen 2, and in the Falcon, it was just history. And I know there's other physics involved with the Falcon because the track evolution wasn't there in iRacing. The grip levels weren't there. The grass was faster than the track. All that business. So it's not a comparative thing, but you've never been able in this car to recover it until this generation of car, and it does make for a better race because once it starts to go, you're not a complete passenger and then like slamming it into a wall somewhere. It means that it's a much more approachable car than it's ever been, but it's no more easy to drive, if that makes sense. And whatever lessons you get are transferable as Tony practices his clutch point. And then he's out and away onto the track. We're going to see what Brandon does here, approaching this open chicane. Is he going to go into the pits for us? Nobody's actually practiced a pit stop, which is a surprise to me, given how critical it can be. The amount of people that we see in TCRs, particularly, as he sails it and drifts it. Oh, it's lovely, Brandon. Oh, mega points for style. And he's realised his error. He's trying to hot lap, actually, which is interesting. We see a lot of TCRs getting pit lane penalties, and when it's such a critical point of your race to actually get in and out of the pits in reasonable manner, it's an easy way to lose a race or lose a huge amount of points and position. I don't know. You'd think that people would do more of it. Alright, here we go. Into the pit lane. See, it's straight on. Then you've got something. And this is what I was meaning. It's dangerous, this pit lane entry, in a number of different ways. And in Gregorio, proving my point. It's not the easy. It looks easy. It looks dead straightforward. I just drive straight into it. No, you don't. No, you don't. You've got to really scrub that speed right off. Because if you like absolutely hoon it in, even slightly over the speed limit, you're a passenger. These things have got no real traction when they're trying to do those sort of manoeuvres. And it's not like you're in an open wheel with like loads and loads of like affected mechanical downforce and aero downforce. These things just want to bin you off, and that's what makes them such a wonderful car to drive. Because when you do even one corner well, you just like massive grin. Right, so Tony Kloosterman still out on track. About a minute and a half of this to go. Again, trying to improve on a great race. The first one, he got a couple of slowdowns along the route, but other than that, it was pretty good. Only Gregorio beat him for his own in his own class. Maybe he wants to get into the pro field a little bit. There's a finishing order position. Brandon's still out on track, a bit behind him. Vic Solomon's joined the circuit, but only for practice starts. Jeff doing similar. Hopefully whatever's ailing Jeff, if anything is, of course, is sorted now. And just so you're all very much aware, it is absolutely lashing it down here. I think I'm getting a full summer's worth of rain all on one day. Right, so we are about in 20 seconds to go to racing. Everybody will start pulling up on the track because there's no point in carrying on. That is a lovely paint scheme that Jay's put on that JC Cult car. Absolutely fantastic. I love that shade of green. I don't know where he's picked that out of the colour palette from, but that's really nice. There we go. Right, okay, folks. We're about to go into this 40-minute race. Everybody gets a fast repair. They're on 45% fuel, I think it is, so they can't make it to the end unless they, well, just tootle around, and they don't want to be doing that. So I'll bring you the grid up, and I'll go through the grid once somebody joins the racing circuit, and I can then extend grid in. Maybe they're not going to do it, I don't know. I usually wait until somebody does. Right, I'm going to do it anyway. So Tony Klusterman will be your pole man on this race. For Never Quit Racing, Gregorio Perez-Sesma will go off second. Simon Trendle will go off third for Team Chimera. Bob Woodhouse for Never Quit Racing will go off fourth. Nirvana Courses Brandon Hawking will be fifth. Eric Blix will be sixth for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. Kenzie will go off seventh for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Michael Hafliderson will go off eighth for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. Behind his teammate, which we've seen that lead to tears for other teams in races in the past. Ninth will be Vit Solomon. 10th will be Daniel Solo for Alcantech by Nyman Racing. Again, they're all in a big line. Jamie Wilson will go off in 11th place. Let me just change the view. There we go. 12th will be Vincent Skilbeck for Skilby Racing. And then we'll have, hopefully, Jeff Saunders for JC Academy in 13th. But let's see what... Oh, yeah, he's joined the grid. Excellent, excellent. That's what we want. Right, I'll give you a track map, give you a battle box, which will show once we get racing. Put my camera on Simon for a minute. Cameras are dubious on start finish, but brilliant everywhere else on this track. So, and there's your pole man join the grid, Tony Klusterman, stalwart of this series, previous champion multiple times. So you'll notice that if the racer is in the BSTV Cup, they have a black windshield sticker with SimAbility written on it, and if they're in the Pro, they have the blue. That's what distinguishes them. And if they've been a previous champion to the series, they have number boards in yellow on the sides of the car. That is. Here we go. Revs are up. Lights going on. And when the lights go out, we will be determining who gets all the points for winning the race. Simon Trendle goes racing. I'm just going to go and see how far away Blimpcam is. That's a really good Blimpcam. 3 wide going through these first 2 turns there in the second row of cars. And that was Bob Woodhouse, who came out massively on top of all of that. Still 3 wide. Oh, and Simon Trendle. There was a coming together with Brandon Hawking there, and that has resulted in Simon being turned, or turning himself. We'll have another look at that in a moment. It was always going to be dicey through there, going through 3 wide. It was nothing like the start of the previous one. Reminds me of Green Hammerite. It really does. That's Sir Alan's review of the green on Jeff Saunders' car. Meanwhile, Gregorio Perez-Sesma is away. Tony Klusterman is now in second. He was the pole man. As we've got Michael and Brandon door to door here at the hairpin. Oh, and look at Tony. He wants that lead. He's got a good chance of this as well. He's got lots and lots of overspeed, or he had it. Not able to do anything with Gregorio. Or is he? Or is he? Right, he's alongside now. This is for the lead of the race. This is massive for Tony Klusterman and for Gregorio. And Tony has outbraked him massively going into turn 1. And they were both out practicing in the warm-up in between, so familiar. Oh, and Gregorio gets a huge amount of wheel spin. And Brandon getting shuffled back. Well, I think he overtook Michael. That's got to be a slowdown. Yeah, it is. He took, well, most of the field that was off the racing circuit there. Vincent getting a slowdown as well in the lower order, and Brandon has tagged Michael and stacked everybody. Brandon having a bit of a rough ride at the minute. That's 2 cars he's nudged around. And now they are mobbing behind him. And the lead mobber is Kenzie. So this one's getting messy quick. Let's just see what happened with Simon. If I can get this replay to run. There we go. Right, so he's on the middle of 3 cars. Probably very conscious. In fact, it was he that moved over just there. And a little bit again. So, yeah. A bit of an issue there. And I think Vit Solomon has just ended up in a similar state. Has he? No. It says he's crashed, but I don't think it was an actual crash. He's at the back of this, well, hanging off the back of the group as a spectator at the minute. Vit went sideways and squirrely. And then, oh, it's because he's basically come to a standstill. At the point that Jamie and Daniel Solo got together, which we missed as well. So, it's all going off in this one. Right, Bob Woodhouse has overtaken Gregorio Perez-Sesma and Tony Klusterman to the lead. We saw that happen. And now we've got Eric. Ooh, and that was Gregorio into the Armco barrier there. Trying to give a little too much room, too much generosity from Gregorio. Right, and further back, we've got Vit under pressure here. There is actually a Kenzie Newhoff behind Vit there. You just didn't see it. He was well disguised. And Vit has said, I'm not having anything to do with you. I'm letting you go. I don't want to be nerfed off the track when I am currently 3rd in class, and the ones that are at the top of my class are making their ways towards me, although Tony Klusterman is not. So Tony Klusterman has found his mojo up to this point and is pulling away as Daniel Solo gets racy with Vit, and this is what Vit didn't want when he let Kenzie go. He didn't want Daniel Solo to give him pressure. He was hoping that he could get in the wheel tracks of Kenzie and stay ahead of this Alcantech car. Now, 2 into this chicane never works. Somebody always comes off worse. And in this case, it was Daniel Solo. He's picked up a slowdown. Tonight, I'm actually talking as though I know what I'm doing and what's going on. Simon Trundle's parked the car and is not going to continue to contribute to this race. Oh, and Michael Harley-Davidson having a bit of a to-do with Gregorio Perez-Sesma and has lost out to that because he's got a slowdown, and now Kenzie is going to pass him at a rapid rate of knots, and Vit's got the sniff of it as well, and Michael's not got rid of the slowdown, so Vit here may be able to sail this. No, he's not bothered. He wants to stay ahead of his own crew. Michael trying to shed a slowdown he's already shed by the look of that, but we'll have to see what happens with that one. Right, here comes Tony. Oh, right, now Vincent Skilbeck has had something happen. He's on his own. Is this going to be... Oh, and into the wall in Gregorio Perez-Sesma style. And pulls the car up. So, not a happy night for Vincent, sadly. And he has left the car as well, so we're down to 11, folks, as Jamie Wilson starts to track Daniel Solo. Now, Daniel picked up a whole load of slowdowns in race 1, and he's already picked up 1 in this race. So, if Jamie can keep his car away from the slowdowns, he may just pick up by default on Daniel. Although he might be just able to overtake him on sheer pace here, because he's pulled right up. Although there is damage to Jamie's car from the incident earlier on when he got into Daniel Solo. Shame to see Vincent retire the car though. Obviously struggling with something. I'm going to drag him into the booth now. Welcome to the booth, Vincent Skilbeck.
Why, hello there.
Hello. So what was going on? Well, I saw you come through that open chicane, and well, not even the chicane, was it? It was the sweeps, the left and then the right, and into the wall a bit. What's up with the car?
After getting turned at the last corner by Jamie and
Oh yeah.
putting it into the wall, the car was stuffed. And with the field that is tonight, as soon as you're off pace, you're gone.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
way catching up. So I found out in race one. So
Uh,
it wouldn't have been fun for me to drive back. So I gave up.
no, I guess that is fair. We saw what happened to you in the first of the races, which was the open chicane just after the area where you were in that race just now. And did the curbs destabilise the car?
Yeah, I haven't had any issues in testing, and then yeah, as soon as I got into that race, I also had it in practice. I don't know if it was just I got too much of the curb or what it was, but it just seemed to hook up over the curb and then spit me straight right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we've seen
it was weird.
others suffer in practice before the broadcast run who did similar. So I was saying when I was on board with Eric, actually, he seems to be able to naturally position the car so that the wheel rides right over the top of the curb. Every single lap is like a metronome. And
Yeah,
that's it. He seems to be able to do it in such a way that it just doesn't destabilise the car at all. You can see the cars in front of him pitching left and right, but he was able to sail across it like he was on a cloud. And I think it's just something that he knows how to do. But yeah,
yeah,
I've seen lots of other cars hook the tyre on the inside, which is a tactic on some tracks, isn't it, to get the sausage curbs on the inside of these corners, and helps to pull the car around sometimes. But it's worked the opposite way on you, sadly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just noticed there was a position change between
Yeah.
Eric and
Tony getting lifted
Woodward.
out of two positions, actually. There's a few overtakes going on. So Tony's lost the lead of the race to Eric
That
and
looks
to
like a
Bob.
slowdown.
He's not got a slowdown currently, but I think he may have had one as Brandon hones in on him. Brandon's been a bit crashy tonight. He's had an incident with Simon. I think that was Simon drifting to the left, though, by the look of the replay. And then he got into somebody else just afterwards. And now he's having a real good stare down the inside of Tony. Talk to me about Scops. How are you getting on in there?
Yeah, it's the first round of the Enduros this weekend.
Right.
So I've been doing a lot of laps at the bend this week, which has probably hurt me with this. But so far I've qualified second last, but I am on the grid, so kind of happy about that. Within a second of the top time,
Yeah.
but there's still 45 cars within a second, so
Okay.
yeah, pretty tight, crazy.
So I'm going to ask you to send me a link to the broadcast if there is one. I'm sure there will be because it's Scott's.
Yep.
Because I can never
do that.
find the damn thing. I used to be able to find it, and now I can't find it. Because I'll cheer you on for sure. What time does the racing start? Your time?
My time, I think it's 4 p.m. my time.
4 p.m. Right, so 10 hours ish. Right, I'll figure that out. If you can send me the link, that'd be great.
Yep.
And I'll cheer you on from the other side of the planet. Yeah, I wish you all the very best of luck for that. We've got one more race week in this series, so hopefully it's more entertaining for you than this one has been, due to a series of unfortunate events.
I think it's Sandown there.
It
next,
is,
isn't it?
yeah. Series finale is a triple header, a super sprint at Sandown, so it's going to be a drama, and hopefully a lot kinder to you than this stinky old track in Montreal. Even though I really like it.
Oh, I don't know. What date does that lie on?
That's in week 13.
That might be interesting. Oh.
So I think we've got a fortnight. And I will be in the booth for that with a massive box of popcorn. So nobody will be able to hear anything other than me chomping away on popcorn.
24th, maybe?
Yeah. Be something like that. Let me go and find the website a second. It is.
Because that could be good. That could be a good week for me.
Oh, it's going to be a great week. It is the September the 12th.
Oh damn.
Oh, is that clash with something?
No. The second endurance race for V8 Scops is the 24th.
Oh dear.
I was
right.
hoping it was like gonna lie on the same week. It'll be like, yay.
Okay,
But
well,
that's right.
unfortunate. I mean, you're more than
That
welcome
happens.
to stay in the booth, or you can
Oh no,
get
I
yourself
will
a nice
stay here.
early night. There's no pressure either way. As Tony is coming under pressure from Kenzie. So if you do want to leave, just check yourself out of the booth. Otherwise, stay in and we'll take the piss out of some of these guys, shall we? Right, why not?
Yeah. Good.
So Kenzie threw on Tony. Tony's been doing really well at the start of the race, but then he got a bit lively. But he's fighting back every time. I mean, it's his home track, right? You'd expect him to be racy and fighty, and at
Pretty
least want
decent, yeah.
at least want to come out on top in the BSTV Cup series. Although, oh, that's Michael behind him. Actually, has given him a reprieve. He's got a slowdown. How come slowdowns are so easy to get? Because even Jamie's just picked one up, and he doesn't want that because he's right on the boot lid of Daniel Solo. What is it? This track has it got like extra bits of slowdown? Because somebody got a 3.6 second slowdown at this one where
Yeah,
Jamie's
the last corner.
Is it? It's awful. There's no way that is a 3.6 second advantage.
The first curb you take to if you put your right hand side tires over the inside of the white sausage curb, it gives you that slowdown.
Okay. But why is it such a
It's
huge
less-
slowdown?
it's-
It's just
I-
ridiculous.
Don't know. I know it's less. It's about 2.5 seconds off the second one if you do the same with the second one. But
Right.
yeah, and same with this chicane. There is a slowdown from
Right.
the first one or the second one.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just how much curb you take to how much of a slowdown you get. I think.
It's brutal either way, as Bob Woodhouse is going to have to do his level best here to try and shovel off 8.6 K's worth of Brandon Hawking. Who's that in the background? Somebody's just absolutely mullered themselves.
Tony.
Oh, it's Tony.
Man.
My curses are strong, aren't they? Because I was saying how good he was doing. Ooh, no,
He was side by side going into the thing.
The little kink, yeah. Right, I take that back.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. Let me see that again.
Not on him.
I don't think that was on him either. Oh, actually, that's the aftermath, is it? Oh, no, this is it. So, Michael's car got unstabilised, and then he was pointing in the wrong direction and has taken Tony out. So, unlucky for Tony Klusterman there, absolutely. He has managed to get it moving again, and he is in the pits. Or he's made it to the pits, I should say. That's a different way of saying that same thing. Oh, and sailed it through the pit box. We never saw that, though, did we? No. We didn't see that.
No.
Well, we'll cut that out of the broadcast.
That's an early pit.
There's lots of early pit stops. Let me show you how many he's been in by putting it up on the time.
Jamie just went in too, so maybe not. It's Jamie's still in the fuel save again.
No, Jamie's been in. Tony's been in. Gregorio's been in, and Michael, probably for the damage incurred when he got into Tony Klusterman. But that was definitely Michael Hafledison's issue and error. Which is going to make the standings a bit more interesting if he is in some way delayed. Maybe not, actually. So in the pro standings, well, Michael's well off the top of the standings either way. He's in 6th at the moment and a whopping 393 points behind. So it's not a championship affecting result. Daniel Solo now is in the pits as Vit Solomon sails through. Vit's got very fast tonight as well. He's done well.
Yes.
Do you know that he raced the very first series of V8s 12 years ago, racing on a laptop? Can you imagine racing on a laptop? Ridiculous.
No, not these days. Unless it was one of those gaming laptops, but
I don't
leaving
know.
it.
I don't know. I think he was a student, so I don't think he could afford a
Yeah.
gaming one.
No.
I think a Lenovo was probably his limit at that point in life. So, Daniel Solet. Why is Jamie Wilson going backwards? What happened to Jamie?
He
Nothing.
had a pit stop the lap
Yeah,
before.
just a pit stop. So,
So
let's have a look and see who's doing what. Bob Woodhouse has got Kenzie back with him again. He tried to get rid of him in the last race and couldn't, and then Kenzie just left him behind. Brandon stretching his legs, but everybody chasing Eric Blixt at the minute, who's got a 3-second lead already. And he's sailing it in now. This is a dangerous pit lane entry, isn't it? And he's locked it up as well.
yeah,
So,
very.
oh, I've seen a few cars lock it up and get into the wall in practice. And then in the warm-up, we saw Gregorio Perez Sesma do the same thing. It's so easily done because I think you underestimate quite how fast you're travelling into that pit lane entry.
Yeah.
You're at like Mach 3 and you want to just throw the anchor out the back window, really, don't you? But there's no anchor there, you know. Right, Jeff Saunders doing what he does best, starts at the back and just picks off cars due to attrition and because he's got really fast lately, and Gregorio's picked up that particular slowdown. So he's going to be doing a very, very wide turn 2, I would expect, to try and burn this away. No, he's going shallow on it. Okay. Thinks he can get rid of a massive amount of time in a different way, does he? Still not got rid of it. Sticks with you like the clap, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, he's tootling around these turns. Right, he's got rid of it now. He can get on the gas. Right, this is getting interesting. So, Kenzie has passed Bob Woodhouse just off screen. Let's see how he managed this. See if it was the
turn 1, I think it was.
okay. See if it was the Kenzie nibble. The new off nibble. Do you know I sent him his trophies twice, and they got returned to me twice. So I've got them back again. The Netherlands Postal Service apparently has got an issue with the UK Post Office after we Brexited, and either throws it in the bin or just returns it without even attempting to post it. So when I go to see Wobbly later in the year, I'm going to take them with me and post them in Holland, and then they will get there. How ridiculous!
Oh, you hope they get there.
Well, there is that, yeah. And it clearly had been racing before the race session commenced, because there's puddles on the insides of some of these turns.
Yeah. Yeah, it started off wet patches, and yeah, it's slowly drying as the race has gone on.
Yeah, and that pit lane exit is just as dangerous as the entry, isn't it? Because you're on the outside of the racing line. And
yeah,
if I remember rightly, especially in V8s, you are blind to where the car is on your inside unless you've got VR. If you're on triples or a super wide, you can't actually see where the car is on your right hand side. And it makes you overly hesitant, or it did me anyway.
Yeah, it's an interesting pit exit.
Yeah, it's pretty lethal. And Ken's new off with the fastest lap of the race on a 1:30. No, it's not. Michael Haflidison is 1:37.92. Grief, that is very fast.
Yeah.
That's like practice kind of lap times. As Brandon Hawkin into the pit lane. Do you race Brandon in other series or not?
No.
No. Because he is absolutely rapid, isn't he? And Vit Solomon pitting in with him, which is going to put Eric back into the lead of the race.
Interesting, yeah. Be interesting to see if Kenzie jumps Brandon or not, hitting the lap earlier.
Yeah, so Kenzie's going over the line now. Brandon's off the jacks and moving. Now, there's a bit of an extra bit of track to race on. but Kenzie is going to be out just ahead of Brandon. So he's jumped him in the pits, hasn't he?
Yep. Yeah, I don't think Kenzie got in before the pit stop. So
Yeah.
good move there.
Vit Solomon has come out right on the boot lid of Gregorio Perez Sesma. And catching him. You do swap tyres, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
cool.
will swap tyres every pit stop.
So whilst
They are both done at the same time, so yeah.
Yeah. So Gregorio's is going to be ever so slightly not quite race hot, and Vits are going to be race hot. Bob Woodhouse is behind Michael
Right on the-
Hafledison.
Right on the back. Oh, Michael, yeah.
Gets his toe in and tries to, well, you kind of have to try and stay with Michael Hafledison because he's so fast. But
Yeah, if you can stick with him, he'll drag you forward for sure.
Yeah. He's another one with a ridiculous I rating, 7K. Unreal. These people really should get lives, shouldn't they, Vincent?
I think so, yeah. Meanwhile, I've got backwards in our rating, so
2.5K you're on.
yeah.
It's not shabby by any means, but yeah, I've seen you a lot higher than that, like a lot higher than that over time.
Yeah, I think I've had a couple of bad weeks at a couple of tracks, and yeah, I just can't get back now.
Yeah, I'm sure you will over time. It's not something
Yeah.
that's all done and dusted, is it? So these two.
No.
So Vit's got back in the front of this. Ooh, Gregorio. I mean, points for style, but it's not going to do your speed any good.
No.
And Daniel Solo.
He looks like he's cooked his tyres now too.
He kind of does, doesn't he? I mean, they'll be molten, those rear tyres now, even just after that.
Yeah.
It doesn't take anything in these cars. And that's never changed. I was talking before about how these cars, the Gen 3s, they are recoverable from certain loss of control. Whereas the Gen 2s and the Falcons, you couldn't. It was just going to murder you immediately.
Yeah.
But these ones, you've got an opportunity to kind of straighten the car up and get on the gas. Salad on the chat says, I've had 8 bad years. Oh dear. That's funny. He's a good lad. We met up with him. Well, quite a lot of us all met up at Donington last weekend. It was a great weekend, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Watching the touring cars at Donington, plus the Porsche in the British Porsche Cup, minis, Formula, whatever it is, with the 12-year-old kids that are faster than they should be.
Yeah.
We had not Ginettas, we had Caterhams. They were great fun. It was a great weekend, and it was so hot. I got so sunburned. So did Jake Hawley as well. He was crispy fried. Right, so Kenzie has just put up another fastest lap, well, a fastest lap of the race, a 1:37.52. And Brandon, who's right behind him on track, is second behind him on track, did a 1:37.54. So, super rapid, yeah.
And Eric is still just driving away.
He is, yeah.
Very interesting.
He's stretching his legs quite a lot, to be honest. I can't remember where he finished in the first race. It wasn't in the top 3, I don't think. Let me go and try and find where that is in the podcast. It's the only way I'm going to find it. There we go. Eric. Oh no, he was bottom step of the podium. So, improving. But when you think that he's just lost the best part of 0.8 of a second in the last lap to Kenzie.
Yeah.
So you must think, it's someone like Eric, who's like mega fast. You know, he's thinking, yeah, got this sorted, and then looks up at his timing tower and goes, what the hell is that? How have I just
Yeah.
managed to lose like an entire second? Must be soul destroying.
And then you'll see how much time is left in the race. It's like, all I need to do is hold off for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes might be.
Can
might
I?
be,
Yeah.
might as well be 10 hours.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then his only hope really is that Brandon gets hold of Kenzie and starts like throwing him all over the track, just like WrestleMania style. Because otherwise, that lead is going to disappear quite rapidly, I would think. You can see Michael Hafledison in the distance, but he's nowhere near these guys, and not lapping anywhere near their speed either. And Bob Woodhouse not doing
Sticking with me.
Not doing any damage to anybody at the minute. In fact, if he's not careful, Vit Solomon might eat up that time, and Daniel Solo, king of the slowdowns, has got another. I mean,
He does love those slowdowns.
It's like Pokemon for him, innit? Got to catch them all.
It's like he got it off the sugar.
Yeah, just got rid of it. Yeah. Slow down Solo. There's his name. That's what we're going to call him from now on. Or Daniel Slowdown. Don't know. I'm undecided. Each one's got its benefits. Right, so last laps round. Everything kind of balanced off. So Eric Blix to 138.11, Kenzie a 0.09, Brandon Hawkin a 0.33. So they're all kind of holding station all of a sudden. But it all changes. So interestingly, Eric was the first one in, and then Kenzie on lap 12, and then Brandon on lap 13. I think Kenzie's probably the big winner out of the whole lot, because Eric was already towards the front, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think Eric was leading when he did.
Yeah. So what weather have you
Kenzie's
got
had
over
a
there at the minute?
good drive back, yeah.
We've had one of the hottest summers on Earth ever recorded in any country ever, including the Sahara Desert. What weather have you got in the southern hemisphere at the minute?
Yesterday it was actually sunny for the first time in a few days. It was only 15 degrees though, so but it was still enough
only
to,
15 degrees.
Yeah.
Only. What?
But for the past week or so, we've just had rain and cold weather, less than 10-degree weather, so
Okay.
it's been shitty.
Do you ever get snow?
No.
No. Okay.
We've had it a few times, but usually it's only on the mountains. So.
Well, you should.
But
come
yeah,
over, you should
I
come over
rarely
here
get snow.
Yeah, you should come over here in January, February time. Come and stay at my house, and then trudge your way through minus 15 degrees and snow to wherever you're going. Makes life very interesting. In fact, you can go and stay with Tony Klusterman, because I think he gets down to about minus 30.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, nah. Getting the
I'll
way
go
of the
stay with
surfboard.
I'll go stay with my sister in York over Christmas.
What, in your UK?
Yeah.
Oh, right, cool. She's over here, is she?
Yeah.
Wicked.
She's
right.
been over there almost 13 years now, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
14 years now.
So that's like 45 minutes south from where I am.
Yep.
So not far.
Yeah, she's in Haxby. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just north of York, yeah.
yeah.
Nice bit of country, that.
She's got a house there, so
Very
looking
nice.
to upgrade a little bit, but because the place they got is getting a bit too small now, so.
Okay.
But yeah, she loves it over there, so.
Very good. It's a nice, like I say, it's a lovely bit of country, and you've been obviously to York, have you?
No.
No.
I haven't
Okay.
yet to travel over.
Right. Okay.
My parents have, but yet to travel over. So.
Okay. Well, you're gonna love it when you do get over, because it's about as old as you can get in terms of buildings and history and stuff. You certainly won't see much bigger cathedrals than York Minster.
Yeah.
It's a monster. Well, if you do come over, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to drive to York and get absolutely rat-arsed with you.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I know all the good pubs. Right, so what's going on in the race after we've reminisced? Eric Blix is still your race leader. He is losing ever so slight fractions of time to Kenzie Newhoff, but it's nowhere near enough for any kind of damage to that lead. And Brandon Hawkin is matching both of them lap for lap in time. And they're in turn pulling away from Michael Hafledison. Bob has stopped gaining on him, as you can tell. The gap is visibly more massive now. He's
Yeah,
dropping a
it's
stone. Yeah. And then a massive, massive gap down to the first of our BSTV Cup drivers. It's 11 seconds now. That's a bit of a beast of a time. Gregorio not able to do much with Vit. And Daniel Solo slowly bringing Jamie Wilson with him. Oh, sorry, Daniel Slowdown, as Kenzie gets a slowdown. Well, that's ruined that one for him, hasn't it? Because that's at the worst place. Yeah. So, does that mean that Brandon's got a shot at second place? I think it probably does, right? Yeah, he's on him now, like white on rice.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Like a tramp on a sausage roll. Oh, so York is Sir Alan's favourite city. Oh, Kenzie! He's just got himself another slowdown. I take it all back, Daniel Solo.
Ooh, ran too hot.
Yeah, he can't do anything with it though. Even if he catches Brandon, he's still got a slowdown under his hood.
He might have got away with that one, because I don't think two slowdowns add on top of each other. So
that was going to be my next question to you, which is, if you've
Yeah.
got a slowdown already that you've not served and you get another one, what actually happens?
yeah, I don't think it gets added on.
Okay.
Just like if you get an off track, and then you go off track again a few corners later, and the off track is still on the screen, you won't get another off track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does give you a bit of a clemency, doesn't it, on stacking incident points. Right,
Yeah.
so Kenzie is very much in the hunt here for getting his position back. Has a good long stay. I thought he was going to get into the back of Brandon then.
Brandon won't give this up early with being
No
so
way.
late in the race, I don't
No
think.
way. His knuckles will be white on the steering wheel. Although with his iRating, he's probably not. He's probably like got Italian. He's probably learning Italian at the same time as racing or something. He's got it in his ears or something. You can usually tell when you jump on board, and if they're absolutely sawing away at the steering wheel, then they're in a panic. And if it's nice and smooth, oh, there's a bit of turning right to turn left. Seems pretty smooth through there. You can see Kenzie in the rearview mirror just about. Just buggering about in the rearview mirror. And now in the wing mirror. And again, oh, lots of wheel spin there. Doesn't look panicky, the steering wheel movement though, does it? Seems quite calm.
That
Although that
definitely does
like a bag of
seem
shit,
like
doesn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a setup thing.
Yeah, I think so. And then Kenzie's going for it. Around the outside here is not a winning combination though. I've never seen anybody get this done.
No.
And off we go again. I mean, if Kenzie wanted a white and green car, he should have just painted his Hydro Race Racing Forces car that colour. Instead of trying to steal it off Brandon's. Right, let's see what happens on this little bit of a straight, because I think Kenzie's got a decent run in.
Close.
Kenzie having to get on the brakes early.
You're better off
Oh, bit of a shove, bit of a nudge,
leaving the inside open for turn one.
bit of an argument. I think that is going to get repaid in a second, don't you?
I think so,
Around about
yeah.
now, maybe. Ding.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of a bump and run, that one.
A little bit, yeah. Got a bit muscly. Right, we'll keep an eye on this. But I will tell you that your leader, Eric Blakes, has a 7-second lead with 3 minutes remaining. And that in the background there is Michael Hafliderson hoping and praying to whichever gods he can think of right now that these two get together again.
Yeah, come on, boys, give us the 3-way fight near the end.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be excellent. This one's been a lot quieter than I expected it to be. Ooh. Brandon desperate to get his gas in there. Michael is gaining quite a lot on these two in front. I think Brandon knackered himself on that hairpin just then. Oh, and Ant Woodward says that York is a lovely city as well. So now you've got to come over, Vincent. I mean, there's 3 people telling you, you know. And I know Ant likes his beer, so I'm sure we can get 3 in the pub. I think our wish has come true, Vincent. We've got a 3-way battle here for the last 2 laps.
Yeah, this turns out.
Oh, Gregorio's found himself that slowdown, and that means that Daniel's slowdown might catch up with him because he's going to have to get rid of 3 seconds worth of delay now.
Jamie's slowly pulling up on those 2 as well.
Oh yeah, Jamie's moved up quite nicely in this race. He's got a bit of bent bodywork all around it. Oh, actually, there you go. So, side by side. Hopefully they get this done before the chicane that's coming up. Because, oh. Right, so Jamie's fully in this one now as well as these 2. Right, let's see what's going on further forward. Kenzie's gone. Where the hell is Kenzie? Oh, right, he's got himself a 3-second lead all of a sudden. Eh?
Yeah, I think Brendan and Michael
Yeah. Oh, we've got checkered
were
flag.
fighting.
Checkered flag was a lap earlier than
Oh,
I
we did.
expected it to be. I'm sure I looked up and it was 38 seconds or something. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Right, fair enough. Right then, so we are taking cars over the line. Right, this is lovely and tasty as a drag race down Casino Straight. Oh, that's Daniel just about doing the overtake, but... Oh, and Gregorio has got a slowdown. He'll have to serve before he crosses the line. Otherwise, the iRacing gods are going to get him, and he hasn't got rid of it. Now he's black flagged. Lessons for when you're racing, kids. Get rid of your black flags and your slowdowns before you cross the line. It will absolutely annihilate you on time. What's the penalty for that, Vincent? Any idea? It's a big one, isn't it? It's like 40 seconds or something stupid.
Yeah, I think so. It might even dropping back to the back of the grid.
It might do actually, because I think
I haven't done that for a while, so I'm not sure.
You know, I've never done it. He lied. So yeah, this is Jeff getting over the line. We'll have to see how this all sorts itself out once the session goes checkered fully. Some skillful close driving at pace, says Sir Alan Toon on the chat. Absolutely. I think race 1 was full of a lot more drama and close racing than race 2, but what we got in race 2 was sensational. And at all the right time. I'm just staying on Jeff's car because I like the colour.
Yep.
I love that colour green. Still not a patch on your paint schemes though. Yours are the bestest. Cool. Right. Let's see if the second the what? If the session has gone checkered. Oh, it has. So
think it has. Yep.
Eric Blixt is your race winner here in the second of tonight's races for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. Kenzie Newhoff gets the second step of the podium for Hydra Race Racing Forces, and Brandon Hawkin over the line in third for Movano Corsa. Michael Halfledison in fourth for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. Bob Woodhouse was fifth for Never Quit Racing, and then the first of the BSTV Cup cars was Vit Solomon. Seventh and second in class was Daniel Solo for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. Jamie Wilson was third in class, eighth on track for Team Chimera. I think a whole load of them have done some sort of jump, which we're going to look at in a minute, because that is always funny when the NHR guys do that. Tony Klusterman was ninth for Never Quit Racing. Jeff Saunders was 10th for JC Academy. 11th was Gregorio Perez Sesma. 12th was Vincent Skilbeck for Skilby Racing, the most handsome man in the booth right now. And Simon Trendle binned it early on, or rather, got turned early on and retired the car. Okay, right. So let's just see what they did right at the end, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like this. Let's just see what happens here. Let's hide that. So they're all three together, and they're all going to go and do a suicide jump. Oh, just do that instead, okay. They do it on every track. There should be a third one somewhere, but I couldn't see where Eric was. Always good fun. Right, let's see if we can find some people to speak to. You get a vote as soon as you're in the booth. You're gonna pick someone for driver of the meeting. Who is your favourite person? You vote for yourself if you like.
I could vote for myself.
Classic.
Throw away, right?
Yeah. Why not?
Ah.
Right, let me grab someone in. Feel free to jump in. I'll do the interviews, obviously, or feel free to go and get yourself a lovely coffee to keep you awake. Given that it's early morning for you, go back to bed, I suppose. You know.
I probably will, yeah.
Classic. Right, let's grab Eric. Welcome to the booth, Eric Blix.
Hello.
Hello. Right, so first race was a bit of a drama. It was much more eventful than the second one, and particularly for you, you got a third in the end overall, which is going to be good for your championship standings. In fact, the website might have already updated because you were third in class. I think it's not updated yet. Excuse me. You were third in class, 64 points away from the leader, Brandon Hawkin. He'll gain some points on you in the first race. Did he finish second? Hang on. In the first.
He got a slowdown. He finished fourth.
Yeah, he
I
did,
think.
didn't he? Yeah, he did. You're right.
did.
Yeah, he finished.
I also forgot about that.
So you got points on him in both races, which is from a spectator's perspective, that's always going to be good because it means that the last races of the season, which is on September 12th, as me and Vincent just found out, means it's going to be a bit closer, a bit more tasty. Depends on how many incident points were gained throughout that race, and I think if I'm being brutal and honest, with the amount of people that Brandon did a little nudge to, I think he's got a few 4Xs knocking about in that score as well. So you've had a great racing week, really, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean it was decent. I thought I wasn't even gonna make it.
Oh, right.
I was at the rental karting race. That was absolute bullshit. But
right, okay.
I did not break any speeding laws on the way here, and managed to just make it in time for qualifying.
Well, none that you're going to admit to, anyway.
No, fully legal.
So a win in race 2 with Kenzie about an hour behind you. That's going to be a good thing to walk away with, isn't it?
Yeah, when Huffley said he got to slow down, I was like, "Ooh, yeah, thank God," because I think he had a few tenths per lap in the last 2 laps. Pretty much, he just fell off a cliff. It felt like, at least.
Right, I see.
Yeah, it was a good race. I could find a good rhythm when I got some free air when Tony half spun it in the hairpin, so just head down and gain some ground.
Right, okay. No, that's great. And you obviously get on well with this track. Is it the Styler track? Because I was on board with you for about 2 laps, and more than anybody else, and I discussed this with Vincent just before, your ability to put the tyre right on the top of the sausage on the curbs is remarkable. And you just sail across the chicanes like they're not even there. Is that just practice, and do you aim for that?
I mean, I do like the type of corner where you just yeet the curb.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope it'll land properly. I did struggle a little bit with the second to last chicane. I felt like I'm getting kind of tired now. Like in the end, I was pretty sloppy.
Okay, right, okay. So Vincent wants a lesson on that one because that's where he exited stage right in the first race. But we're not going to mention that because he's still the most handsome person in the booth. Or I don't know, you might be. I don't know. Anyway, but spectacular night's racing. We go to Sandown for a super sprint in a fortnight's time on the 12th of September.
Mhm.
Are you looking forward to that? It's one of the homes of the Australian V8 supercars, so it's going to be a fantastic race week either way. Do you think that'll
Yeah,
play into your favour?
kind of. It's a bit sandy. Got some good flow to it. It could have a little bit more flow. Chicane's good. Um, but yeah, it's a good track. Usually provides fairly good racing as well.
Right, okay. No, that's good for us as spectators to hear.
Mhm.
The points have now updated on the website, and I can tell you, Brandon Hawkin is on 1,305 points. Just 9 points behind is Kenzie, and you are 32 points behind the leader. So it is literally all to play for. There's 100 points for a victory in each one. I think you stand a very, very, very good chance of being able to get those two away from that top spot and get yourself a championship if you can. I don't know, pay enough people to take out Brandon. Not sure. Is that legal? I don't think so.
I mean, solo's pretty cheap.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, sabotage his internet connection, something like that. You never know. You never know. All
Yes.
these things are possible. Um,
Yep.
anybody you want to have a shout out to before we let you go?
Um, it was Chris before actually signing me up before I got home.
Really? Right. Okay. Cool.
So in case I didn't make the qualifying, I was gonna start last. Thankfully I made it. Um, but thanked for the team and everybody showing up.
Cool. Very good. And we look forward to seeing you this time in a fortnight's time on Sundown. Eric Blixt.
Thank you.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna give them some cars to look at as well. I forgot to do that. Where is it? I'm actually trying to get it done before the thunder comes and cuts my internet connection, if that's going to happen at all. Right, so we'll move on to we'll move it onto that. Which camera? That camera. And we'll grab. Who should we grab? Brandon. We'll grab Brandon Hawkin in next. Brandon Hawkin, do you have a copy?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes.
Excellent, excellent stuff. So, on home tarmac, because this is you are Canadian, aren't you? Have I made that up?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you are. You know, in the first, well, your lead going in was bigger than it was coming out, by the way, in the championship. So Kenzie and Eric have cut away at your lead ever so slightly in the two races tonight. In the second race, you got a bit bumpy with people. Well, I think Simon cut across the front of you, to be perfectly fair to you, in that second race at the start. And then there was an incident at the end where, was it Michael got into the back here, going into that
Oh, yeah,
hairpin?
yeah.
So I think your incident points have probably not done you any favours in tonight's race, as we watch you on the replay going 3 wide into the first and second turns. But in the first race, ended up fourth. I think you got a slowdown towards the end. Is that right?
Yeah, so yeah, going into turn one, it was where the grass kind of, or like it angles towards the track, and I
Mm.
put like maybe a quarter of a tire onto the grass, and I got a 3 second slowdown.
Yeah, it's absolutely brutal. The slowdowns all over the track are brutal, and you got probably the least of everybody. I suggest you get thinner tires, because if you get thinner tires, therefore you can get further over, right?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, thinner front tires
Thinner
definitely.
front tires. That's what's needed.
Tonight I would not have enjoyed thinner rear tires, but
Yeah.
the thinner fronts definitely would have been nice.
Yeah, yeah. We're just watching what happened on that race 2 incident at the start. It's still as I saw it the first time that I replayed it twice. Um, and then in the second race, Kenzie gave you a real good hard run, didn't he? That was very, very robust, I'm going to say, with Kenzie coming round you or inside you on that turn. What was your take on that?
Oh yeah, it was like bit of a bump and run there. Like I don't really blame him because like I was holding him up the entire first race, and then I was holding him up there after he got the slowdown in the second race. I was just like hanging on for dear life the whole time. But I didn't exactly appreciate it, so I adored him a little bit after that, and I tried getting to his back bumper a little bit after that, but yeah, I couldn't quite get there. But yeah, I didn't want to didn't want to cause any extra issues, especially with Michael coming up there. Once I got ahead of Kenzie, we were like once he was on my rear bumper, like yeah, it just takes all your rear downforce away when you have somebody right on your rear bumper, and you just like cannot
Yeah.
accelerate. So I was having like I was having issues before, but I was having real bad issues after that, and then so yeah, Michael was coming up on us really quickly, and yeah, wanted to get back by Kenzie there, but yeah, I just couldn't quite give him the bumper back. And then after that, it was yeah, it would have been like I would have had to like torpedo him, so I did not want to do that. And Michael was coming up pretty close behind, so definitely didn't want to lose two positions there. So it was yeah, I just cut my losses there, and then tried to hold on there at the end. And yeah, I gave yeah, I made it. Yeah, it was rough out there. I gave myself a slowdown there towards the start, and then I thought like I'll try and just like I knew I wasn't gonna be able to make a pass on Michael going into the chicane, but I thought like maybe he'll slow us up a little bit so I can kind of cut down on that slowdown penalty a bit. And yeah, I ended up like boinking him a little bit there. We all ended up like we were all good after that. But and
Okay.
then so he owed me one there on the last lap, and he gave it to me. And but yeah, he like after I was like about to go around, he stayed back, so I didn't spin. So that was nice of him. And yeah, I was yeah, just like other than Long Beach and Bathurst this season, yeah, I've just been just kind of missing it. I think just like I've been making unforced errors, and also yeah, just haven't been doing the best job on my setup. So I'll try and reset. I'll just try something like totally different for next week, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the 12th we go to Sundown for 3 sprints around there. That's going to be a bit of a squabble as well, isn't it? Because well, there's not a lot of room around Sundown, and it's very high paced. The pit lane is painful, so I mean it's a sprint race. You shouldn't have to use it, but if you needed to, it's going to be about 6 days to go and find your pit box and get back on track again.
Yeah.
Are you expecting a 3 race victories?
I don't know. I really love Sandown. I love that track. Well, I love Montreal as well, home track, or well, kind of my home track. But yeah, Sandown is yeah, fantastic track. Just is a blast to drive. So yeah, I'm gonna like hope I can get the car working well, and then yeah, like if three race victories, that'd be really cool. But yeah, we'll see. It's been super tough. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be a like a hard fought battle. But yeah, just I'm actually surprised I have the championship lead, to be honest. I don't know how, but I'll take it, you know. And yeah, we'll go into Sandown and hopefully don't lose anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. And other than the sucker punch pickles, and the wonderful tarmac of Montreal, who else are you going to shout out to tonight?
yeah, just like to thank you guys, Racing Prodigy, of course, and yeah, everybody. Man, that was a yeah, great win from Eric, and yeah, absolutely fantastic racing there as well with Michael and Kenzie, and yeah, but yeah, looking forward to the next one. Sandown's it's gonna be a battle for sure, and yeah, looking forward to that, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, and just so you know, Vincent gets like as low as 10 degrees where he lives. What do you get in Canada?
It kind of depends on the day. It's been a little bit cooler recently. Sometimes goes up into the 30s, and then yeah, a couple of days ago it was like in the mid-teens. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, usually like on a typical like summer day, yeah, probably like mid-20s.
Okay, and in the deepest, darkest depths of winter, what do you get?
The darkest depths, maybe like minus 20-ish. I'm
Way.
not, yeah, some, but it's usually not that bad.
Yeah, don't go to Canada, Vincent. Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okay, then we'll look forward to seeing you in a fortnight's time. Brandon Hawkin.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, stay away from Canada, Vincent. Bit chilly there. Gets in the way of the burger flipping on the barbecue. Right, okay, let's drag in Mr. Michael Half-Lidderson. Good evening.
Good evening.
So that was a bumpy affair. You had. Let me see. I've just switched to the wrong
Okay.
screen. Well done, me.
Just a boring race. You don't have to look at it.
So, first race, you won by 2.5 seconds. Everybody was squabbling behind you, really, and trying to give you as good a run for your money as they could give you. But you were stronger than they were.
Yeah, I should have been more. I had a slow on the last lap as well.
Yes.
First, it was a good race. I could hold Brandon with a like safe gap, as where he couldn't try to get me in the hairpin, and I guess his tires starting to fall off at the end because all of a sudden, like I started pulling a few tenths every lap, and I just started growing. Could just really drive to the end.
No, that's good. And in the second race, you made your way somewhat forward, and then what happened to stop you like overtaking? Well, getting that gap down quicker between you and Brandon, Kenzie, and Eric.
I had a small hiccup with Brandon in the first part. He turned me a bit and kind of lost the gap already there. And then me and Tony had a kerfuffle and I spun Tony out. So I had some wheel damage, had to pit on lap 9, which was not really optimal for the tires at the end.
Yeah,
so I was struggling a lot at the end.
Okay. Yeah, we're watching Brandon giving you a nudge. He does straighten you up though.
Yeah, fair enough. I straightened him up in the last lap as well.
You did. That was 50-50 at the end, wasn't it? You'd done each other. And we saw the one with Tony. It looked like you got squirrely coming out of the hairpin, and it kind of redirected your car to the right somewhat.
Yeah, I guess he was gonna let me go, but then he kind of squeezed me onto the curb, and my car got loose. I settled it, and next thing I knew, I kind of veered into Tony, not on purpose, but it's my fault.
Yeah, you were a passenger.
Completely my fault. Yeah, but completely my fault, and I'll take the blame for that. And I said so to Tony as well. But I can't really do something when my car is already that loose, and I've just gotten it settled. And, oh shit! I've run into Tony.
Yeah. But you are still in the. No, you're not in the fight, are you? You're like 369 points off the lead. We've not got enough races for you to get yourself an individual championship, but the team championship seems very much in the Alcantech hands now. You've got a massive 700-point lead at the top of the standings.
I do like the sound of that.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy numbers, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I've realised that the European Postal Service is going to do me no favours because I've had Kenzie's trophies returned to me twice now, and Andrea Stefanina's has been thrown into the waste bin by the Italian Postal Service. So I'm planning on bringing the trophies over when I come and visit Wobbly in the Netherlands, and I'm going to post them from the Netherlands instead. So
yeah, I think it sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Excuse me. So just be patient with that. Otherwise, I'm just sending my wood out into the world, and it's just getting thrown in the bin, which I find a bit personal, to be honest. So Sundown is the final race week. Three 20-minute races. What sort of service can you do for Eric to try and bolster his championship?
Absolutely none. He's on his own.
He's on his own. Great teamwork. Excellent. Well said.
Hey, to be fair,
he doesn't.
I'm gonna be laying on a beach and drinking beer at that point.
Oh, you're not at Sundown. Okay.
No, I'm going to Greece the day before, so he's on his own.
Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. How are you going to race if you're on a beach? Have you got a plug socket and a rig? On the beach.
But I have a beer in my hand. I can just fantasize in the sim race.
But oh dear. Dear. Some people have got no staying power, Vincent, have they? No dedication.
No dedication at all. I just won 3 races on the trot. Give me a break.
Dear, classic. So, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Shout out to Blix and Solo and our teammate Crispy for being in the voice chat today, kind of spotting for us a bit.
Very good. Yeah, we need those people in our lives. Absolutely.
Absolutely, we do.
Cool. In that case, we will not look forward to seeing you at Sundown. We will hopefully look forward to seeing you in next season, seeing as you're deciding to, sit at leisure on a beach in Greece instead of doing what you should be doing and racing in a V8. But
hey, I'll be here for pit stop, so don't worry.
Yeah, cool. Right, okay, that's cool then. Yeah, that's fine. In that case, we'll see you on the Pit Stop Cup. Mighty Michael Hafledison, everybody.
Have a good one.
Right then, and last into the booth for our interviews this evening is Vit Solomon, and I've just realised that if you did change your paint, I won't have seen it because I forgot to upload. I downloaded the paint pack, but I didn't upload it to the bloody website of iRacing. So, are you still sporting the same paint, or is it a different paint?
It was different paint for this week.
Damn it! Right, I'm doing it now. So hold your horses. I've got to press a few buttons, mind. So just give me a minute.
While we are pressing those, I can tell you about the band.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
It's Phantom Sita, and contrary to previous weeks, this is not metal or rock. They are more of a mix of J-pop and alternative.
Oh, okay.
And they describe themselves as if idol groups, the Japanese idol groups, were butterflies, then Phantom Sita are moths.
Okay. Control.
So they are exploring like horror themes mostly. And for example, their last single was an homage to a game called Doki Doki Literature Club, for those who know.
No, I don't know that game either. Oh, and you've done it in Japanese again. You're going to have to send me some links again like last time. Because even though I work for a Japanese company, I got no clue what those mean. Okay, fantastic and fascinating. Right. Apologies for not uploading the paint before. Right, now tell me about your races. Where is my thingy that tells me what happened? There we go. So in race 1, another successful race week for you. A 3rd place in class. Came home behind Tony and ahead of Daniel Solo. And in race 2, you got top of the class. As we see your paint go scooting through the picture. So talk to me about race 1 first. Where did you qualify? Did you qualify where you finished? I think you did, didn't you?
I qualified in 7th, so I lost in that race. I got an unfortunate slowdown at the start of the race, and then I didn't manage to catch back up.
Right. Okay. And then in race 2, you've picked up 3 places across the piece. So a different story. I think one of them was gifted by Simon Trendle. And was one of them gifted? No, that was it. So you must have done 2 overtakes on.
No, also I overtook Tony, who got spun.
Ah, that's right, yeah. Well, all donations gratefully received. It moved you up 3 places from your start position, so you got yourself top of the pile and some great points in the BSTV Cup. So I'm going to have a look at those standings now, because we've only got 1 race week left. And please tell me you're not on a beach in Greece next time, because that's going to really upset me.
No, I'm planning to race.
Oh, thank goodness. I was nearly going to get angry with him, Vincent. So you are top of the pile. You are leading the BSTV Cup at the minute by 117 points over Daniel Solo, and 126 points ahead of Jamie Wilson. So it's not a done deal yet. And even Vincent's 222 points. So had you not turned up and Vincent won both races, or all 3 races, for instance, he would win because he'd get 300 points on you. That's the way that works. So you've still got to turn up and do a decent job at Sandown. How'd you go there? Is it a track you're familiar with and do well at?
I don't remember too well. It's been a while since we've done some official racing there, or any racing. Usually I was about midfield there, but lately I've been focusing more on practice and doing more practice than usual, just to keep pace for the championship, and I will try my best there.
Okay, that's good then. And I mean, it's maintaining a balanced approach to Sandown, then, isn't it? To try and do a bit of damage limitation potentially on what points you could lose. Maybe a safe race is required there. Right, that's good. I'm gonna, if you send me some links, I'm gonna listen to some music in a bit. And anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice for Sandown, by the sound of things?
I would like to thank you for hosting and casting as always, and yeah, everyone who's watching, and hopefully we can get back to better numbers next time.
Yeah, I mean, tonight, the first race was an absolute barnstorm, and there was so many battles going on at the same time. But I agree with you, the second race was a little bit distended, a lot of gaps formed. They came back together again at certain points, but generally it is better with a bigger field. But yeah, great racing tonight. We look forward to seeing you at Sundown. See if you can maintain that lead and take yourself home a championship. It's been a long time coming if you do. The mighty Vit Solomon, everybody.
Cheers. See you at Sundown.
Cool. So, Vincent, a very exciting night. Maybe not for you on track, but but ultimately a great race. I'm going to put the camera on you so we can see your paint, because you know that's this is honestly, folks, one of the best paints ever seen on any car. The gold one was just as good, but this one, I love that black paint, the black matte paint. I think that makes everything else just pop out a little bit better. Lovely paint scheme. Don't ever let it go. So, are you going to choose a driver of the meeting?
I can do.
Go on then. Who are you going to pick? Let me get on the right screen to add the points on. So I'll do you a little review. Tony Klisterman had a really good racing week. He got clubbed to death in one of the races, but not of his making. Bob Woodhouse, maybe not. Maybe he could have had a bit more of a better week than he's had. Gregorio Perez Sesma had an excellent pair of races. Was very, very point scory in both. Got himself a second place in race 2 and a top of the class in race 1. I think a lot of the top performances really came from BSTV Cup, Vincent, your class of cars. I like what Vit did throughout. I think, though, on the balance of it all, I'm gonna have to go with Gregorio Perez Sesma. I think his consistency and the way he held himself together at the very front of that second race was very good. Tony did very well, but he ended up in a bit of bother. So I'm going to put my points on Gregorio Perez Sesma for this week. What about yourself, Vincent? What did you see that stood out for you in terms of driver performances?
Well, I was thinking Eric, with his third place and then his win. But just looking at the standings, I think I might give it to Mr. Woodhouse.
Right, okay, Bob. Right,
finished P5 in both races, and had pretty much one incident point for both races. So
wow, right.
yeah, I think I might just give it to Bob.
Excellent stuff. A good vote and good reasons to vote as well. So yeah, we now will look forward to races at Sandown. I'll bring this broadcast to a close now, I suppose, by saying don't forget to watch the TCRs this coming Wednesday. We are at, and Pete's so professional he's forgotten. Hang on a minute, I gotta press some buttons. That button and then this button, and we are at Okayama for a sprint feature. It's not the last race of the season because due to iRacing having that issue in race week 3 or 4 or whatever it was of the TCR season, Road America's race will be in the week 13 because we've delayed it till then. But this coming Wednesday it'll be Okayama International. Pit Stop Cup, as we got reminded by Michael, will be in week 13 as well, as will the last race of this. So my week 13 is going to be nothing but broadcasts. Thanks to everybody that watched and contributed on the stream. It's always brilliant to have your comments in there. Thank you to you, Vincent, for crashing your car and joining me in the booth, because I appreciate both those things. Yeah, it's been good having you in the booth. You should do this more often. We should have tea more often. We can when you come over and you stay in York, you can come to mine and be part of the broadcast here as well. Sam did it. It was great hoot. We got absolutely drunk as skunks. We really did. And he's back actually this coming weekend, well next weekend. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Thanks to all the racers that turned up tonight, and hopefully, as Vincent said, we get some more for next week, or next race rather. Take care, everybody. I'll hand you over to Vincent for his goodbyes, and then we'll bring the broadcast to a close. Over to you, Vincent.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Pete, you did a good job getting this up and running. And everyone for racing tonight, even though it was a small field. It seems like everyone enjoyed it for the most part. So yeah, thank you for everyone for watching, and see you guys next round.